Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Katie York set to get this one started. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. Taken in by Smith. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Gonna keep this one and go. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Hurts setting up to throw. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. This is ahead for about 5. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Giants are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And there, it's Malik Neighbors. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 22. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Let's go. They'll go left side with Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. To the line they go. It's second down. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. Third down coming up. Looking to the air here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. He'll look to throw. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Giants have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together, but no doubt about it on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a third time for 6.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Has room down the left sideline. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get it down to a single point. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Reed now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he gets him around 6 there. Justin Reed with the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They have it, 2nd and 4. They go right back to Tracy. And he takes this ahead to the 40-yard line before going down. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here's Tracy once more. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Josh Sweat making the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10 now. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a 1st down. They run. Here's Tracy. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Throwing off the play fake here. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Setting up a throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles looking at 2nd and 1. They go to Barkley again. Room for him past the 30. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On second down, here's Barkley. Breaks the tackle, still going. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Has another lane. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He takes it himself. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down. Offense up to the line fast. Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles take the lead just before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. A final throw before the break. He fires one deep down the middle. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. The LSU rookie with the pick. And the Eagles do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Reed now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Giants will have a first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Play action on first down. That's incomplete left side.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. A handoff to Tracy. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be third down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Catch made over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action on first. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that's set.
And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants tie things up at 14. On now is York to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
No touch that. No touch.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Nice cut back to the right sideline. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grab the lead on their first series of the half. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw it here. He's on the move. Now he takes it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Milton Williams making the stop.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back now, pressure on its way. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
He's back to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Great.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. We've got 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
He's got Smith. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Great. Set.
They give to Barkley, left side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He's trying another one deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Eagles get it back, and they're going to be set up at the 23.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
63. Delta.
Hurts now from the gun. On the move, headed right. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Escapes the pocket. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Hurts throwing again. Forced out to his right. Connection made with his back deep downfield. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Hey, easy, 63, bang. Well done.
First and 10, here's Hurts. That's into the hands of Barkley. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Second and 6 coming up here.
Hey, 73. Very set. Well done.
From the 34. Flush down out to his left. This finds Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. Oh no, the ball is loose! And it's picked out by the Giants. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right, he's got great what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Working quickly here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He lets a heater go deep. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down throwing for Hurts. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Buying some time right. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Giants get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Give him 32 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position.
And they pick him off again! And the Eagles get it back on his 6th interception of the season. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Silver, ready?
From the red zone now. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Eagles keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles make it a 24-point ball game. Reed now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. Caught by his fullback behind the line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10 from the 41. Throwing from the gun here. Throwing deep for the end zone. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Giants trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's going to throw this one. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Buying some time left. Taken in by Smith. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these...
And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles keep running away with this. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 37. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Into the hands of Neighbors. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Giants using their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Hauled in left side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. Still one more in their pocket to use. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They're going play action. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Again, this is Mitchell. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He rolls to his right. He's going deep down this side. Brought in inside the 20. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Took his shot at 6 that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Mitchell on the give, headed left. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So beneath the chorus of fly, Eagles fly. It's a win for the Eagles.